intro for everybody who missed it. So we're starting now, Lynette. I'm going to close the door so I don't hear you. Okay, welcome everybody. I'm so glad to see your names and a few of your faces online. I hope everybody had a really great Thanksgiving weekend and everybody stayed safe and everybody's still healthy. I am, knock on wood, still healthy. So let's start with, tell me something good. There's been a lot of good news in the office. I know even with the holiday, we've had some good things happening. So tell me what's happening with you guys. What's new?
I had a successful client event.
You had a what?
I had a successful client event, pie party the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Even with the COVID stuff, we were able to do it safely and out of doors and spaced out, and probably had 25 to 30 people come. Right
on, that's awesome. You guys know that I've spoken about it many times. It's kind of a Buffini thing, you know, instead of doing pop buys at each house, doing a reverse pop buy where people come to you. So that's what Kim did. I got to come for a little while, and you know, all of your clients were so appreciative, Kim, and so thankful for the time to get away, honestly, I think.
Who doesn't want a glass of wine and a piece of pie? Yeah, it was really nice. And then I dropped to several people were more comfortable with new babies or some of my elderly clients. I just drop them by their pies and said a quick hello, and turned out really well.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
What else? Anybody else have some good news? Did I share with you that my daughter got engaged? So
congratulations.
That's my good news. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
I got another land listing.
Yeah, we're going to go over the listings in just a second, so hold that thought. But congratulations,
okay,
Donna, because you're like you're the land guru.
I am.
I have some good news.
What's the good news?
We open escrow Monday.
Oh yes, so Marilou was working her butt off on the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She was in the office in the morning with Christina doing floor time, and then she showed property in the afternoon, wrote offers. Did you get it accepted on Thanksgiving Day?
After the Thanksgiving Day on the 27th.
Right on. Good job. Yeah. Amy, you have some good news.
Yeah, I have listing coming. I'm gonna have it signed today. It's in Winchester area on Scott Road. Really nice land, 2.5 acre land, and it has a mobile home plus a stick home. Together is 3,000 square foot. But it's beautiful listing, beautiful property sitting, all plain, all usable land. So I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited. Tell everybody how they contacted you or why.
Yeah, so I sent out my drip campaign right before Thanksgiving with Shannon's help, because I was having issues, not able to send it out. So I sent it out, and one of my friend, I haven't seen her, well, co-worker for last 4 or 5 years. She happened to see that, and she contacted me last Thursday, that she saw my email, and if I can come take a look at their property, they want to sell it, because other realtor were not able to do anything with the property. Then he was just like an ass. He has 2 offers. He didn't even present it to them. It was that bad.
Wow. So right on, keeping in touch with your contacts through the VAC, I assume. So good job. I think you're frozen there. Or maybe I'm frozen. I don't know.
Good.
I'm good? Okay, Amy's frozen. All right, what else? Any other good news? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Nope, you're on mute.
Okay, so I closed, good morning, everybody.
I closed on the 25th of November escrow, and my clients are very happy. So I'm happy and everyone is happy. So thanks to everyone who helped me with this, and I appreciate it.
Good job. Picked up her first check today.
Yeah. I'm going to take a picture and frame it.
Good job, Lynette.
Thank you.
She did a great job. It was a really smooth deal, and she even closed early.
Congrats.
Thanks.
You guys are all amazing. Any other good news anyone wants to share? Nope. All right, so we'll get onto the new listings in a little bit, but I wanted to introduce my guest. Many of you can see him. So Eric Gilman is here from Sharp Retention. He sells Cutco knives, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been using Cutco in my house and as client gifts for probably at least 10 years. And I have to say, even of my own stock, I'm constantly pulling out stuff for myself. So I think it's a really great way to say thank you and also spend some smart marketing money. So I'm going to turn the meeting over to Eric so he can tell us what's new.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate the kind words and the opportunity to be here, because y'all know it's going to be the best day of your life when you get the knife guy on your Zoom meeting, right?
It's been a long time since we've seen you, too.
It has, and I miss all of you, and I see, Linda and Christina, a handful of people we already work with on the call, and can't wait to, like everybody, get back out there and be with you. But in the meantime, and I'll share a piece of hot news on my end, I just had my biggest year of my career, because we are in the business of helping you say thank you. We help you say thank you. And when it comes to saying thank you, this is the time of year where people stop and they think about it, right? This is really where people reflect and they want to appreciate their clients. But really, in our industry, which is the industry of client appreciation and lead generation, every day of the year is a good day to say thank you to your clients, right?
Yes.
But the traditional ways of doing it are what? Gift cards, wine, champagne, gift baskets. Maybe some of you are putting together a gift basket as we speak. And I'm not showing up to tell you that people don't like the gifts that you're giving them. But the point is, and Shannon, you tell me, where do all those gifts end up eventually?
Well, they're eaten or gone.
They're gone. And really what it comes down to, whether they eat it or drink it or put it on a shelf, most gifts don't represent the lifetime service that you plan on providing to your clients. And so 10 years ago, our team found a product that does represent that lifetime service. And it's a product called Cutco knives. And these aren't just knives. These are extremely high quality, guaranteed forever, American made kitchen products. And we custom engrave it with your name, your logo, your tagline right there on the blade. We put you in your client's home every single day in the most used room in the entire household on something that's not only high quality, but 100% American made. We all know every day ending in Y is the best day to buy American. And so we take that product, you're like, just so I know we got a couple screens closed here. Show of hands, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care if you got Cutco knives at home. Nice. Most of the people with their screens on, and I can feel other people waving too. But like I said, super high quality. We've been on Food Network, Modern Marvels, History Channel. We custom brand it with your info because it's engraved. And Shannon mentioned this a little bit already. We're taking marketing dollars that are already getting spent on wine and gift cards and champagne. But because the knives are engraved, I know we're all muted, but who can shout it out? What does that mean for your taxes? They're 100%
right off.
Tax deductible.
Bingo. You can write off the entire cost of the gift as advertising. We're just redirecting marketing dollars to something that's high quality, that's tax deductible, that actually lasts. Most gifts are consumed in the first 24 to 48 hours. I had a client call me the other day to place his reorder, which I greatly appreciate. Again, this is my biggest year of my career, and I greatly appreciate everyone who keeps coming back to us. And he said, Eric, I need another supply of gifts. I had a client call me and she goes, Josh, I have a referral for you, but I just want to let you know, it's not because I love you so much. It's because I want the next Cutco knife in my set. It generates business for you when you're not there. So to wrap it up, the way that it works, our system, and that's exactly what it is, it's a system, because no one on this call's job is to run around town customizing gift baskets. Your time is more valuable than that. So we ship you a 1-year supply of gifts to have on hand. That's different for every agent. I'm happy to customize that with you, and we bill you over 6 or 12 months interest-free. So I'd like to meet with anybody who wants to chat about our gift program. It takes about 15, 20 minutes via Zoom. If you meet with me and you decide to place an order, there's no obligation. I'll buy you $100 worth of Cutco for free for your own home. So just like Shannon, you'll end up stealing your own gifts if you don't get free Cutco from us. So just like you'll build up your set for your clients, we'll build up your set over time. So I'm gonna do a drawing at the end of the meeting here. Everyone, here's how we're gonna get entered. Pull out your phone if you haven't done so already. Now, I'd really love to meet with you. If you'd like to meet with me, pull out your phone, open up their text app. To get entered the drawing, you're just gonna put your name and your email. If you'd like to set up a time to chat, 15 minutes via Zoom, I'll send you some times, put the word sharp, like Eric Gilman, sharpest guy you know. Put the word sharp in your text and I will send you some times to meet. So my number, you ready? Here we go. I'll put it in the chat here. It's 858-255-1142. It's 858-255-1142. Give me about 15, 20 minutes of your time. I'll show you how our program works, kind of walk you through it. I have a couple people I know on here already use us. Feel free if you want to say anything nice about Cutco. But other than that, that's kind of the way the program works, and I'll hang out till the end. So text, I put the info in the chat right there. I know everyone's out and about doing a lot of things, whatever. I'll be hanging out till the end of the meeting. I've got an event announcement as well. But I just really, really appreciate the time and the opportunity to be here with you in whatever capacity we can. We've been working together for many years, and yeah, I'll be here at the end. We'll do the drawing, and I hope everyone has a super sharp rest of your day. Thanks, Shannon.
Oh, awesome, thank you. I got to tell you, the last gift I gave away, it was just like 2 months ago. It was the last of my collection, if you will. So hence the reason I had to call you again. My clients go, oh my gosh, that's so fancy. I don't know if I could even use that knife. And I'm like, no, you must use the knife because it's amazing. And she just thought it was way more expensive than what I had paid for it. So,
awesome.
You know, that knife plus a small house plant was perfect housewarming gift.
Beautiful.
Yep. All right. So let's, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Let's talk. We have some new listings. Finally. Let's see. Go. Since I have you guys on here, Donna, let's talk about your new listing on High Plains.
Okay, this is a 20-acre parcel. It's located in Awanga Ranchos Estates. It does not have any power or electricity, power or water on the property. But it's on the backside of Awanga Rancho Estates, a little bit difficult to get to, but if you're looking for privacy, you have a lot of it. The property line borders the San Diego and Riverside County line. So, and then in front of it, there's 200-acre parcel that somebody just purchased. I don't think they're looking to develop. So you would have a lot of privacy and a great view from this parcel. But it is pretty rocky. There are a couple of spots that you could do a pad on. And the owner is willing to finance with 50% down to carry the note. So bring me an offer.
Really beautiful photos.
Thank you.
Are those from your cell phone?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The one with, I just have to say, this one, I love this.
Oh yeah, it was in the morning, so I had to be careful because on some of the pictures I was taking, my shadow was coming out. So I had to, make sure the sun was in the right direction. But
normally when I see land photos, they're just like flat and ugly, but these photos are amazing. Shows the
Right.
Can't see the
Thank you.
price. What's the price? Oh,
it's
100. Okay.
$100,000.
Okay.
All right. How about Jill? Now, Jill, during all this time, took this really beautiful listing. Jill, you out there?
I'm here. Yeah, it's super nice. It's up in Morgan Hill. It's on a ½ acre. Swimming pool, single story, a little over 4,000 square feet. RV parking on the side that I found out you really can't have an RV behind the gate even. So, but part of the third or the 3-car garage is actually a tandem that's 40 feet. So if you have a long trailer or truck or boat or something like that, it would fit in there.
That's it? That's all you're gonna say? Okay, let me go through these photos a different way, because there's
Yeah.
so many.
Pictures kind of tell the story on this one. We've had probably 7 showings so far. First showings were on Sunday. So I hope to get an offer shortly.
Very nice.
Priced right under 1.3.
Where is it at again?
Morgan Hill on Arietta. It's Big Frog's Leap goes off to the left. It's the other direction. Fire pit, tents of grass, got all fancy lighting, outdoor kitchen. Definitely move-in ready.
Amy, weren't you looking for a house like this? I think she was.
Oh, hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we look so many, but whenever we go, we cannot just leave this area. That's the problem. So we come back. So no, we are staying here. So yeah, no, this is a beautiful property, such a beautiful property.
Yeah. All right, next. One more from, Veronica's not here, on Gilman Road in Anza. So those are the most recent ones that we've missed since the last few meetings. Besides Amy's new listing coming up, does anybody else have new listings coming up soon?
I do. It's actually my next door neighbor, and the house is about 3,600 square feet, and it also has a in-law suite with a bedroom, bath, kitchen, and living room. It does have a nice pool. Lots a little over 9,000 square feet. Does officially have RV parking that you can park a trailer and back up. And then they converted part of the garage into a preschool. So it's all set up for like either a preschool or your kids. Virtual learning would be a great like little private place for them. And it is open to the house. That's kind of unique, and it's going to be priced right under $750.
Wow, very nice. Anybody else have listings coming up? Not yet? Well, we will. You guys keep your ears out, because right now everybody's really going to be in the market to put their homes for sale in January. So take those take those listings now and date them for January for sure. I wanted to quickly go over our football contest scoreboard. Yes, we were still playing last week, even though we didn't have a meeting. This is the end of the third quarter, and so I'm happy to say that Pearson Ritter team won first place. Jill is close behind, and then third place looks like Gabe. So congratulations, you guys. I'll have some cool prizes for you on your desk next time you come into the office. We have one more quarter, and this is the time. This is the whole reason I do this game, is because you got to keep working through the holidays. Right now, it's so important to reach out to your sphere of influence, to your clients, to, reach out to your farm. Just check in, make sure that everybody's okay, say happy holidays, get in front of people, because like I said, everybody's going to be doing their, I'm just thinking about, I might want to list my home right now or in January. And if you are the last person they just saw who happens to sell real estate, you might be the one, if they're not your friend or sphere, that they decide to call. So don't be a stranger during the holidays. Definitely need to continue to work so that your next year's goals come into play. So let's talk about real quick, let me stop sharing. Let's just do a market update. I was really surprised this week. So in the last 7 days in our Temecula Valley, which is Temecula, Murrieta, Wildomar, Winchester, Menifee, Lake Elsinore, we only had 97 new listings. That was really surprising. We normally have double that. As far as what went into escrow in the last week, 248. So, oh my gosh, a whole bunch of stuff got eaten up over the weekend, basically. And we sold 162. Not really surprised that that is a little low just because we had the holiday. So Thursday and Friday were out. But the total in all of the Temecula Valley of all listings is 468. So you probably, if you're friends with the Association of Realtors, they mentioned that in the last week they closed 184. And I was just looking, I'm like, well, I show 162 in just the Temecula Valley. So it looks like our agents pretty much stayed close to home as far as all those solds go. But last year, that was only up by, what, 12. So we're kind of feeling like a little more normal for this time of year right now. We're not all crazy slow or overly busy. But again, just you guys need to go ahead and stay out there. All right, so I want to talk about a couple of updates. I'm sure you guys all saw the great news that our MLS dues just went up $30 per quarter. Ooh, that's a lot. Like I could see, like, what do you guys feel about that? I could see like $10, but 30 a quarter. Ooh. So that will take place starting in January. I don't think we've seen the invoice yet. It should come probably any day for January's payment. Of course, we already have had our MLS dues, our bills for those. They're not due till January, so you can decide which ones to pay whenever you want to pay them. I want to share with you that we have new forms coming. So on the third week of the month, the Association of Realtors should be releasing some new forms and updating new forms. So this is the list. You guys can see it. It's a short list for a change, which is nice, of all the new forms and updated forms. And we're going to go over them really quickly. The first one, the home fire hardening disclosure, I believe Steve Strickland kind of touched on that when he was here last month. So for this one to be effective, you basically need to look at the natural hazard disclosure form and see if you're in a high or very high fire hazard severity zone. So this is what it looks like. And it just looks like an advisory. We'll have to read into more of this. I didn't really read this one right here, but we'll look into it a little more, and I'll let you know if our broker, you know, if he's going to start including it on our checklist and when that will be effective. The hardest one that got changed is the contingency for sale of buyer's property. Holy moly. This went from 1 page to 2 pages, and look at all the changes. It's kind of nuts. If you're going to be using a COP form, and this again, this will come out in the third week of this month, but it's very much easier to read now, I will say, and understand than the previous version. I read the whole thing this morning. It looks like self-explanatory. But to start off on the top, the buyers need to mark whether they are, if they're contingent for the sale and the closing. It's automatically that's what it is. I mean, obviously a buyer can't buy the home until they close escrow. That's generally the case, but just in case, there's an option to say, no, we just need to get into escrow and then we're good, or we just need to close it because it's already in escrow. So you'll either leave it blank up here and not mark a box, or you'll mark B or C. My expectation is you're going to be an A or a C on this. And if you're in escrow, the same applies as what we had before. You'll put who they're in escrow with, what's the escrow number. And I got to remind you guys that if you're in escrow already, you do have to provide proof that you're in escrow. So escrow instructions, I think it asks, let's see. The contract and the escrow instructions are proof that you're actually in escrow. So on number 2, where the buyer is entering into the contract for sale, this would only apply if they're not already in escrow. So it's like the same as before. Hey, I'm asking for 17 days or whatever time to get into escrow. And then again, it reiterates that either by the 17th day or within 2 days of getting into escrow, you need to provide that escrow evidence. Nothing's really changed there. But then here on number 3, listing and MLS status of the buyer's property. So this one just basically says, hey, we're listed, and that's it. So we've already either signed a listing agreement with this brokerage, or it will be put into the MLS. Let's see, buyer is or will submit to the MLS. And then number 3 is buyer shall deliver evidence of both. Again, they want the contract, the listing contract, and the MLS printout. So don't forget to do those things. Now, as far as close of escrow of the buyer's property, you would just need to provide proof and then give updates as to the status. So this is definitely new. It's basically saying, hey, Mr. Buyer, you need to keep the seller informed about the statuses of your transaction, like when, if there's any modifications, if there's any amendments, if there's any contingency removals or delays in those contingency removals within 2 days. Obviously, if the buyer's property falls out of escrow, if it cancels, you need to tell the seller right away. You've got 2 days to do that. And then paragraph 7 is very similar to what we had before. I know it shows all red, but it kind of is explained a little bit better here. So automatically the seller can keep their home for backup offers, and they do have to use the appropriate status in the MLS. They can't, keep it active. It has to be backup only. And then the as far as the time frame for the seller to take that offer or delay to take that offer is down in paragraph C. So immediately tell the buyer you're out, you've got 2 days with a notice to perform, or you give them, if the buyer marks 17 days, that's the same as before, or number 3 is you're never going to have that right to take a backup offer. So why even keep it in backup? So those haven't changed at all. It's just clarified a little bit more. Paragraph 8 is all the ways that a seller can cancel, and every single one is, of course, first I have to give the buyer a notice to perform. And then the buyer's right to cancel, of course, are the reasons would be, hey, it never sold, or the escrow fell out, or I can't close it in time, one of those 3 things. And then, of course, it talks about times of performance as far as time periods, either for investigations, opening escrow, etc., and the deposit. And these paragraphs ultimately haven't really changed, where it's the time periods of the contract that you write to the seller, those are in effect unless you mark the box that says within 3 days after doing one of these things. So those are pretty much the same, but I think that you guys will find this much easier to read now and understand than the other one. It was really crazy. So because all of this changed, our contingency removal form has changed also. And it's really just to add those contingency removals for the sale of the buyer's properties into here, either to say, hey, we went into escrow, or hey, we closed escrow. And then same with the notice to buyer to perform. Those things were added in for the contingency. So does that make sense to everybody? Eric's saying yes. Right on. All right, so then a couple more things, and then I'll let you guys go for the day. I want to remind you, or maybe you've seen it on Facebook, that Berkshire Hathaway has been doing a virtual Toys for Tots event. Feel free to share that and the link so people can go right online to Toys for Tots and donate a virtual gift. I think that's a really great thing for your marketing purposes for social media. Also tomorrow, the Association of Realtors is doing, has the commissioner of the Department of Real Estate who's going to be talking about DRE updates, and that's from 10 to 11. Next week, Eric's going to be doing a training for us, so I'm going to put his training up. Eric, you want to talk about what the training is next week?
Oh, you're so awesome. I have it even printed out and ready to go. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody texting me, by the way. I'm just get back to everybody. There's still time to get entered in the drawing. So you could text me with your name and your email. I'm not going to spam you. I don't need your emails to add to an email list or anything. It's just so if you want me to follow up with info. So this is your friendly warning, friendly reminder to enter the drawing if you want. But sharp retention. I've been with Cutco for 14 and a half years. I've been the area director for Southern California for 6.5 years. Our team will do $2 million in business this year, personally. And I know that's like some of you like, what is that? Like, that's like one house, right? No, but of that, 85% of our business is repeat or referral-based business. Yeah, I'll say that one more time. 85% of our business is repeat or referral-based business. I know there's a lot of muted screens, but show of hands who here on the call would be interested in building a business that's even 50% repeat or referral-based business. Yes or yes, right? So on the date we have here, December 11th at 10 a.m., I'm going to teach you my 7 keys for lifetime clients. Simple, effective tips that will make sure that you are unforgettable with your clients forever. They won't cost you your time. They won't cost you your money. Whether you've been in business for 5 months, 5 years, or 5 decades, this is stuff that can apply and can be applied immediately. So mark your calendars. We'll be doing a drawing at the end of that one too. Is a free piece of Cutco. You can put it on. You can walk around, do whatever. But I'm here for you, and our team, wants to make sure that your clients stay your clients forever.
Really appropriate timing for this class too, because everybody's working on your business plans, or you've got your business plans in place. So if you're still thinking of how can I get in front of my clients, or how can I build that business, this is going to be a great class to come to. It's going to be our normal Zoom meeting, our normal meeting link, and our normal passcode. It'll be at 10 o'clock next Friday. So hopefully you guys can all be there.
And then here, Shannon, while I'm on the spot here, I'm going to have you pick a winner for the drawing. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 1 more coming 10. Pick a number 1 through 11, please.
Me?
Yep.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paul and Marianne. Hi.
Oh,
Marianne.
on.
You won $100 free Cutco. Congratulations. You've already texted me, so I will we'll get in touch and apply that to all your stuff. But again, I can't really express enough how grateful I am just to be here in this crazy time. And thank you, Shannon, for bringing us to your office and helping to add value to your team as you always do. So appreciate it.
You're welcome. And then I'll get with you for I need an order. And by the way, how fast do they come?
We can get them pretty fast. So yeah, it's a great question actually this time of year. The normal delivery time is 30 days or less. Remember, we ship you a year's supply of gifts, so you never like, oh, where do I go? What do I get? We can get them as fast as 14 days, and I can't promise anything less than that. All I can say, though, is that, and not to brag, but our team is in-house with the engraver. We are the #1 team in the company, so we've been known to pull off a miracle here and there, getting things pretty fast. But normal time, 14 to 30 days.
All right, and then one last question. So
Sure.
I need to get mine all sharpened.
I appreciate you mentioning that too. So Cutco knives, and this is something you can offer to your clients, all right? They're all guaranteed forever, meaning they come with free sharpening forever. So you can get it done either at our factory. This is something, again, you can offer to your clients. I have an agent who works in office up in Escondido who will call his clients as part of their happy client calls every year, one of his 4 or 5 calls, and say, hey, how's that knife I gave you working out? Do you need someone to sharpen it? So Shannon, I'll take care of yours personally. If anyone else has other Cutco that needs to be sharpened, there's different ways to go about it. It just depends on a couple factors, kind of how long you've had it for, how many of them you have, if you need factory service, and also where you live geographically. But there's reps all over Southern California. Like I said, I've been doing this for over a decade. I know them all. I know where they all are. And I cover from San Diego to Big Bear to Palm Springs to Yuma. So no matter where you are, I'm ready to help you out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll get with you on that.
Yeah. So yeah, and follow up with me. Anyone has questions about that, I'm here for that too, and we can point you in the right direction.
Okay. So last but not least, I just have 2 more announcements. Next Thursday, the 10th, is normally our management retreat. And although we're not meeting, the management team is not meeting in person, Mark has asked all the management team to please leave the building so we're not interrupted with our Zoom call. So I'm asking for, please, if anybody could help fill in floor time for that day, because I won't be here. So I would appreciate that. And then the question of the month is, what are we doing with our holiday party, which was so amazing last year? And now, unfortunately, we cannot have it this year. I'm really bummed because we had already paid for it with, like, we were going right back to Pechanga. We were going to do it all again like we did last year. It was so fun. So we're just going to do our in-office with a twist, our in-office Dirty Santa gift exchange game. And so the date that we have scheduled is the 18th. I had to look because I have my little elf helper is going to be Adrian this year. So Friday the 18th, we're going to start at 4 o'clock. Yes, it will be a Zoom meeting. It would be fun if you could wear some Christmas sweaters or hats, and I want to see all your faces. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to, as usual, you're going to buy a gift. $25 is where we're kind of setting the bar at. However, this year I do not want it wrapped in Christmas wrap. I want you to bring it in like a plain brown box. And if you don't have a box, I will have empty Amazon boxes here for you. And kind of the reason for that is, you know, we wanted everybody to not know which one is theirs. What we're going to do is my Santa elf Adrian will be on her phone showing you, we're going to number each box. We're going to put your guys' name in a spinny wheel, a virtual wheel to draw your name, and you will get to pick the box number that you want. Adrian will get to open all of them for you, and then we'll put your name on it, and we will do the so many steals, etc. So once it's open, you guys will be able to see what it is, be able to steal it. You won't be able to hide it behind your desk like we normally do. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to start at 4 o'clock. Have a cocktail in hand because you're home. You're not going to go anywhere. And it probably will be a lot faster than we normally do, but I think it'll still be a lot of fun. And it would be way more fun if I could see all your faces. So I'll be making up a flyer for that. And obviously, if you want to play, then you bring in a gift. And if you don't want to play, you could still watch and still have fun and have your cocktail and laugh at everybody who's stealing everybody else's presents. Sound good? Yes. Eric's like, yeah.
Yes, sounds
All right.
great.
All right.
Love it.
Sounds
Love
like
it.
fun.
Adrian is the brilliant brain behind that game.
Nice.
Adam, I want that coffee mug.
I got this from FabFitFun, and I had 2 of them. Maybe you
I
might
saw that this morning online. Just one of the ads that ran through. I'm like, that looks like Shannon's coffee cup.
I have a thing for coffee mugs, by the way. I have a million of them, and I'm the only one who drinks coffee in the whole house, so Ed's not happy about that. All right, so that's it for me. Who has any other announcements before I call it a day?
Hey, Shannon, are we waiting for book club till after the new year, or are we going to try to do them before?
I don't know. What does everybody say? Adam is the one who picked the book. What do you want to do, Adam?
I have no idea.
I finished
book.
it.
I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. It's nice to read a guy mystery.
For real, it was a nice change. It might be a smaller book club. Is anybody else reading a book right now?
I barely started.
Okay. So what if we do, we can do
Well,
it in like 2
Then
weeks.
maybe we should
started.
wait. Maybe we should wait till January so people have time over the holidays to read it. It's a really good book.
It is a good one. And it might be better just because we're going through all these changes with COVID right now. So let's go ahead and wait till January. Sound good?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. All right, we'll pick out a date first thing in January, or maybe we'll pick a date for January later in the month. And we'll see. By then we'll know if we're even allowed to get together at all. Anybody else? Nope. All right, I'm gonna call